Today we're playing some combat mission, Battle for Normandy. The mission we're looking at is one of the first small ones included in the base game, called Platoon Patrol. According to the briefing, we will be leading 2nd Platoon on a bit of a forward reconnaissance across a stream near the village of Le Fortaleza. Our mission is a simple one. We have to recon in force across the stream and secure the opposite bank by no later than 1200 hours. This will assist in providing security for the company's flank. Our small force consists of a slightly reduced 2nd Platoon, but with an added 61mm mortar to assist. It's worth noting that this mortar has limited ammo remaining, so we'll have to use it sparingly. In terms of the anticipated enemy presence, we're looking at remnants of the 915th Grenadier Regiment, who will do their best to hinder our efforts across the stream. There's not much information on the map section of the briefing, other than noting the crossing point, which is down the middle of the stream. The weather is clear and the ground conditions are generally damp, and we have 40 minutes to secure the other bank of the stream. 2nd Platoon consists of our HQ, 2 men armed with carbines, followed by 3 squads, some 9, others 10 men respectively. They will be armed primarily with the M1 Garand, but also some BARs and Thompson machine guns thrown in there to increase capability. There is also a Springfield sniper rifle attached to 2 of the squads. Our supporting mortar has only 12 shells remaining, and because of the limitations of combat mission and how it handles mortars, it would be good to use these either as a HE or as a smoke, but not both. This is our deployment zone on the left here. This is north on the map, this is south. This is the stream, and we're aware that that is the fjord that's going to get us across, so that's the only crossing point, which will funnel us down the middle there. Lots of potential positions for the Germans to shoot from, looking at just some of these places that provide great firing arcs. Our strategy, I think, will be first of all to maneuver to the east and the west, so we will take 1st and 2nd squad with HQ and the mortar, all of that, and we will maneuver to this firing position here, facing that way, and we'll leave 3rd squad to go on the opposite side of the map. They will meander through here and get to that firing position there, and we'll first see what we pick up from those positions. 1st and 2nd squad moving on the left flank, just clearing that first hedgerow going south. Everybody moving forward. The mortar still has to back up though. Slightly cresting the hill there with 1st squad, but doesn't seem to alert any of the Germans. The opposite side, 3rd squad is just weaving their way through the hedgerow. Up, here comes the first MG. And as 1st squad gets behind that first hedgerow, they'll start picking up contacts and open fire. On the opposite side, there's a German shooting back at us. Strange that they're sitting on the wrong side of that hedge. That's going to make life a hell of a lot easier. German HQ observing. Slowly but surely on the left flank there, everybody's getting together, securing the position. Everybody on the left flank behind that hedge, just opening fire. Anything they can lay their eyes on. Third squad now is basically at their side of the map behind that hedge. That'll give them good visibility up the side there. More Germans on the wrong side of that hedgerow. Multiple contacts only on the right hand side of the map. 2 MGs, HQ, potentially a squad. We've managed to get into our positions. First, second squad with command HQ has secured that position, and third squad has secured this position. We have picked up multiple enemy positions. There is some sort of rifle element there, something there, not sure. We've definitely got an MG there, and their HQ is somewhere in this little bit of forest there to the south. It's worth noting that we haven't picked up any sort of enemy position on the left side of the map, but concerning there, not sure. Strategy now is going to be to move some of our elements and try and get them across the stream. I think we'll keep third squad here as a good firing position because, like I said, there's a lot of enemy positions on that side. And we'll try and maneuver first and second squad across the stream. This might leave them quite exposed on that side there, and I'm not sure what we'll see on the other bank. But let's see. So at this point in the fight, all squads, the entire platoon is just going to hang 10. We're just going to keep putting some lead into them and see if we can reduce enemy fire as best we can. Some Germans throwing in the towel. Time to displace some squads. First and second squad are moving forward. They're going to attempt to cross the stream. We're going to use third squad as our supporting element. They're going to stay put. And hopefully, since we haven't picked up anything on the left, there is nothing on the left. Highly exposed crossing field there, just short of the river.
Follow me, man. Keep moving. Let's go.
Third squad keeping all the heads down. Made it to the edge of the river. Time to start swimming across. Surprisingly little resistance to us crossing that river. That went relatively painless. Third squad is still holding the right-hand side of the map here. They keep putting fire down on these enemy positions just across the bay there. We've got this there, this there, this there. And this is working well just to keep fire on these positions. In the meantime, first and second squad has crossed the stream and they have managed to secure right in the middle here. We do have the hedgerow there, which provides good cover. We still haven't picked up any enemy contacts on the opposite side of the map there. Time to move HQ and the mortar closer. It would be good to get as much firepower across the bank as we can. Mortar team do take a few shots from an MG there, but lucky, not a single casualty. HQ and mortar successfully wade the river. That puts everything except third squad on the other side. First squad on the opposite bank do take one casualty. Starting to spread everybody out on the opposite bank, trying to cover the whole frontage. We've managed to move first, second squad, HQ and the mortar, all of it across to the opposite side of the stream. We've got first squad who have now managed to maneuver themselves around the left flank here. That gives them a great position to shoot into enemy positions like that. Second squad has wiggled their way down to the right hand side. They are basically covering all of this. And then of course we now have command and the mortar. I've actually moved the mortar a little bit back to get them in a reasonable firing position. We might want to use those mortars soon. I'm actually looking in particular at this area over here because there's obviously some sort of contact there. Third squad is still hanging back. And I think the reason for that is that we still have enemy positions here and here. And it's good to just have something to suppress them should the need arise. A lot of activity on the right side there. There doesn't seem to be a lot of Germans on the left. First squad's going to pop some smoke before they run across that little triangle between the hedgerows. Trying to get into positions where we can get some flanking fire on the Germans. Third squad continues to provide cover from the opposite bank. As the smoke builds, first squad rushes forward. They're going to just get to the opposite side of that little triangle.
Keep moving. Let's go.
Relatively uneventful. Seems to have made it across. On the right hand side, everybody's engaged. We've got second squad right up close. Managed to take out this small MG team. We've now fully secured the opposite bank, and we're just going to start displacing elements left around the edge, trying to restrict the Germans in that forest there.
Get behind cover. Stay down.
This is a great position first squad finds themselves in. They can shoot right across to the other side where the forest is.
Hit the dirt.
Third squad is up. Time to cross the river and get everybody across. They should be relatively safe now with everybody else engaged. HQ and mortar arriving with first squad on the flank. They're going to set up, and then we might actually get to use that mortar in this game. HQ takes a casualty. It's just the assistant. Should be okay. On the other side, the second squad is moving up that parallel hedge, trying to get a bit more further south. On the left flank, first squad has split into 3 teams, and we're setting out a bit of a scouting element up
Stay alert now.
that hedge. Just want to see if there's no hidden MGs waiting there for them.
Stay alert now.
The remainder of first squad and HQ are just going to keep putting fire across the way there. First squad's little recon element there just keeps sneaking up. Second squad additionally keeps moving up that central hedgerow. This is going to be a great position to put the squeeze on the defenders. This is going really well. Third squad has managed to cross the stream, and they've taken up this position here, while we've split up first squad into its various elements and sent off a bit of a scouting team up the hedgerow there. I was anticipating enemy contact along that hedgerow, but there were none. Mortar and command HQ element is now here. This is a great position from which to send in mortars in that direction. And I've also managed to sneak second squad just across the open here without any casualties. And they in this hedgerow here. So the enemy has obviously been pushed into this side of the map. The question now just is for us to tighten that noose around them. We need to get this hedgerow secured, and then we'll be able to just fire into that position. Yeah, we just have to keep putting down fire, trying to reduce resistance as much as possible. I've also got the mortar being called in on the opposite hedgerow there. We've got 12 rounds, we might as well use them. They didn't fall as close as I would have liked. I doubt there was a single casualty or even injury from those mortars. The noose is closing. We've got all of this hedgerow secured. This is working great. The only enemy that we're aware of for now is a bit of resistance along this final hedge there. Our position allows us to keep putting suppressing fire in like that. We're going to use second squad and the mortar team to try and maneuver around here and just hit them hard, right up straight. And so here the mortars go out. We've got fire for effect. It's amazing that they couldn't hit a barn door at that distance, just across the way there. Unloading those mortars. Second squad down the middle there, sneaking up to that corner.
Cover me.
Remaining German defenders. I don't know how many. Maybe a rifle squad. Now the situation is becoming desperate for the Germans. We're mostly closing in on them with everything we've got, and most of our teams are at full strength. Second squad arriving at the opposite hedge. This is the last hedgerow just before the forest. And I can see some smoke going up.
Let's go.
The question is how many Germans on the other side of that hedge.
I'm hit.
Oh, casualty on the American side. This is up close. Whole squad, but they've had enough, so they're falling back.
Enemy infantry ahead.
He was waiting for him right there. Oh, great. Everybody's just charging forward, getting a bit reckless now, probably. Staying behind the hedges, just shooting the stragglers of the forest. That one German must be very well camouflaged. Is someone gonna shoot him today? Obviously not. Oh, there we go. So we'll just consolidate our position, get everybody to the front, give them a little bit of rest, and then move into that forest. There is some time on the clock, about 10 minutes. Game's all but over. We have moved all our forces along this hedgerow here. And now it's just about mopping up the remaining Germans from that grenadier platoon, which I anticipate to be in this forest. And we will just move our elements slowly forward, hunting. We obviously have the superior manpower at this point. And I might just put our teams on hunt, get them into this forest, and wrap up.
Keep an eye on those flanks. Stay alert now.
Turns out there were no Germans left in that forest, and we had basically cleared the map. Casualties lying everywhere.
Stay alert now.
Let's have a quick look at the after-action report. We got a US Army total victory. We did fail on holding the opposite side of the stream. Must have missed that one. We did only lose 1 man killed. That is an excellent result. They've lost 8 men killed. Generally quite happy with that.